Alright, welcome back to Manor Lords. It's been quite a while since I played. It's actually been almost a month, so I don't entirely remember what I had accomplished last time. I know that we ended up building the manor, and we were struggling a lot with some supply chain issues as far as getting the food into the village and getting people able to use it. We do still have a little bit of that. We have now a 6-month supply of food, 3 months for fuel. I would like to work on the fuel a little bit. I think I have a very simple goal for this episode, and that's just to stabilize my village over here. I'd like to grow it a little bit more, but the other big thing that I want to work on as well is establishing a new village and one of the neighboring tiles that I have purchased. I think I'm probably going to end up going with this one. I would really like to be able to build up a stronger army so I can at least attempt to take on the Baron a little bit. I don't think I'm going to win, but it's worth a shot to at least try in this playthrough. I'm not sure how many more of these I'm going to do. I think I might finish this playthrough whenever we fight the Baron, or at least see what happens with that, and then I might hold off on doing these until we get a more significant update to the game and get more features added. So don't worry, I'm not gonna completely stop playing this altogether. I do want to revisit this at some point whenever we get some more features. I'm super excited about this game. I think it's going to be so promising with what's going to be offered. It's just missing a lot of features right now, which is understandable for the state that it's in. But I have thoroughly enjoyed playing this game. I absolutely love it. So with that being said, let's just get right into it. Let's go ahead. I think I'm gonna build some more burgage plots along this side here, because I'm gonna need some more people moving into my village to occupy some more jobs. I'm really missing that. I have 2 unassigned families that can work on building, but with our fuel problem, I would like to add another worker into the charcoal kiln perhaps. I'm also really low on timber, so I might put another logging camp in, probably over here in this area, so I can chop down some more trees and get some more timber to build. Because that's my problem right now as well. I have a lot of these burgage plots that are ready to upgrade, and I can't upgrade them because I don't have enough timber. So that's going to be a really big priority for me. Well, I guess I can't put any more burgage plots in yet until we get the timber situation down. Let's just see real quick if I can put another logging camp in. I can't even put a logging camp in because we don't have enough timber. I'm just going to have to speed things up and see if I can get some more timber here pretty soon. Why don't we put one more person in here with the logging camp? I really don't know that we need another person here in this saw pit. We really need to get timber right now and not focus on planks. We have 45 of them. That should be fine for now. We are having quite a few families move in already, which is quite nice. Let me see if I could find a way to utilize that. I think I should probably put another one in this charcoal kiln and see if we can produce a little bit more fuel. We're still stuck on 1 timber. I really need to get at least 1 more timber so I could build another logging camp. Man, they're going through this timber like crazy. The problem is this area just has no trees. They're having to travel super far in order to cut down these trees, and then they're just immediately being used by the saw pit. I might have to actually turn off one of these. We just don't need that many planks right now. Looks like we're running out of fuel as well. That's not going to be good at all. Not sure what the bottleneck is here with the fuel. I think it might be the woodcutter's lodge, that we just don't have enough people cutting down trees for that. This really needs to be separated into another area so we can have our logging camp not be so disrupted by that. Okay, good. We now have 7 timber. I'm gonna build another logging camp. Might build another path over to connect this on the other side, maybe. Okay, that brought our fuel back up a little bit. It's not perfect yet. I'm hoping that putting those couple extra people in there will help with that a little bit. We're doing pretty well on money as well. Let's see if I can upgrade any of these to level 2. Yeah, we're really struggling here with the fuel situation. I'm gonna put 1 more here at the Woodcutter's Lodge. Don't really understand why every single one of them has to have a market stall. I feel like that's slowing it down a little bit because we have one that's only at the market stall and they're all just like focused on that instead of actually doing their jobs, it seems. I don't know. It seems like our market stall issue has been fixed though. We have transported most of our food out of the trading post and into the marketplace now. You can see we have all these different types of food available. I'd like to start producing some new types of clothing eventually as well. What I really think I need to do though is produce some armor for my troops. I'm gonna need to start upgrading some of these burgage plots even further. It seems like a lot of the ones over here are all just farms and chicken coops. We've got a couple over here that don't have anything assigned to them yet. So I'm probably gonna end up using those in order to specialize them in producing some other stuff. It looks like, here we go, struggling with the fuel again. Okay, I'm not sure what exactly is the problem here, because it seems like this woodcutter's lodge has plenty of wood in it. It's got 34 wood. I think I'm just gonna have to end up putting another woodcutter's lodge in here. Still 0 timber right now. What is happening? There's nobody assigned to this logging camp. That would be why. Okay, so it looks like if I want to unlock the armor making, I'm gonna have to get a new development point here. Let's see how close we are to doing that. So to get to the next level, we need 4 more of the level 3 burgage plots. Now the holdup here is when I'm noticing that these don't have any tavern supply, so that's gonna have to be dealt with. Looking around my village, I don't think that I have a malt house. I didn't see one anywhere. I should probably end up putting that down so we can start producing that on our own and not having to import that. Let's see, our brewery is down here in the village. That's something that I could probably put over here by the farm, since we're gonna be producing some barley as well, so we could just very easily move that on over here. We're getting some more timber now, which is great. Our fuel supply has increased quite a bit, which is also good. I still might want to consider, once we get some more villagers, to put in another salt pit, or sorry, another woodcutter's lodge. Looks like we have ale in our tavern now, so let's go ahead and upgrade some of these to level 3. We could also go ahead and put a couple more burgage plots in here like I was going to do earlier. So let's go ahead and put that along this road here. Extend that out all the way out here. We are so close to being able to unlock the next settlement level. We just need 2 more of these level 3 burgage plots. That shouldn't take too long at all. We have finished the malt house now. Let's go ahead and place someone in there. Ooh, I hadn't realized. It looks like we've burned through all of our regional wealth now. Surprised I'm not generating a whole lot. Okay, awesome. We have increased our settlement level now. So let's go ahead and unlock that basic armor making. We can't quite do that yet. We're producing a lot of large shields. I think what I'm going to do to try to boost my income a little bit, we're going to get rid of some of those shields. We're going to export some of those. We don't need 190 of them. Of course, I've got to wait until we have enough regional wealth in order to do this. So let's say we just need 100 at all times. My approval is at 100%, so I think we're going to implement a land tax so I can get a little bit more income. That's going to reduce my happiness a little bit, but that's going to be okay. We were at 100 to begin with, so I'm not going to take too much of a hit there. This is really, really bad. I'm surprised to see that we can't export any more stuff. I think the problem is we've used a lot of the things that we were supposed to be exporting. Is there a problem with this too? Because I remember establishing a trade route used to not cost as much as it does right now, because it should be establishing a new trade route costs 50% less, and then this should reduce the forward import tariff. I had no idea it costs that much. That's kind of insane. I remember hearing about a patch. I wonder if they had ended up changing how much it costs to open a new trade route to make it much more difficult, because that just changes everything. Like, it's not going to be possible for me to do anything anymore. So yeah, that's way too high. Like, I'm not gonna be able to have nearly enough wealth to open any trade routes like that, unfortunately. We have so many large shields now too. I don't need that many, and I'm not gonna be able to open up a new trade route. We just simply are not making enough money to do that unless I completely gut how much we're importing. That is really frustrating, to be honest. We could export some bread, actually. We really don't have that much food though. Let's say we want 50 bread. Hopefully that'll help a little bit. We have a little bit of a surplus of vegetables. This is not possible to recover from how expensive it is to open the trade routes. And I'm trying really hard to be self-sufficient here. I have a ton of flour, a ton of iron ore. Are we even making sidearms anymore? I'm not sure, because that would be a good thing to export. Okay, so we've disabled the blacksmith. That's the problem here. They were producing spears. I think I'm gonna have them start producing the sidearms so we could export some of those. Is there a way for me to turn this back on? Because I don't remember how I turned it off in the first place. It's disabled. Yeah, there we go. Let's unpause that. We could probably increase the amount of people we have in these charcoal kilns. See if that helps our fuel a little bit. The berries are back, so let's put a couple people in our forager hut. Probably also get someone else here in this mining pit. Okay, we've got too many large shields now. Let me change this over. This joiner's shop. Let me change it to the small shield so we can start exporting some of that stuff, since we can't seem to unlock that trade route. In the meantime, let me start getting a path ready so I can start expanding into this neighboring tile over here. I'm going to connect it up right here with this road. Why don't we go all the way down here? There we go. That is now connected up. Let's go ahead and put that settlers camp in here. Let me first take a look at the fertility here and make sure that I'm not placing it on top of a really fertile area that I want to develop. The fertility is really bad. I think this is also something that was changed in the update, is there's just not good fertility. Wow. So all of the land that I own, absolutely terrible fertility. Can't really grow anything efficiently. Of course, the other guys' territories, those are just fine. Those are great. Gotta make it difficult for me, I guess. We have like decent rye fertility, I guess. That's about it. I guess it is what it is. I'm gonna have to deal with that. Running a little bit low on fuel once again. Even though I increased the amount of people working in here, somehow that did not do anything. Actually, it decreased the fuel that I have. Still don't have any money. This is not going well once again. Honestly, I think it might be better for me to just wipe everything out and start over again, because with the new mechanics we've got here, I think this is just not gonna be possible to recover from, unfortunately. We have 191 regional wealth now, so we're doing kind of a little bit better now, so there's that, I guess. New woodcutter's lodge it is, because we are running out of fuel again somehow. Guess I'll put that one down here. Okay, I think I'm in a little over my head, but I'm gonna go ahead and place that settlers camp in here in this region. We could probably do it at this kind of crossroads right here. It really doesn't matter. Let's build a logging camp over here so that we can start collecting some more wood. I think I'm gonna have my town be in this little area here in the center. Starting this village in the winter was probably a terrible idea. I'm just thinking about that now. Oh boy, I don't know that we're gonna have enough fuel. Seems like we don't have anybody in here to produce timber, so let's go ahead and do that. As soon as we get some timber, we'll get the woodcutter's lodge in here. Let's make sure we've got enough food as well, so we should probably work on this rich animal deposit over here. So let's build a hunting camp right over here. Alright, one last thing. Let's go ahead and get a marketplace in here. Alright, we seem to be doing a little bit better over here with our finances. Let's take a look here and see if I can open that trade route now for the large shields. Looks like we've got enough, so let's establish that trade route. We should start being able to make a little bit more money off of this. Alright, we've already increased our settlement level. I think that was actually in this one right over here. We have a development point now. I'm wondering if I should go for something different on this one. I think I'm going to go on this side of the branch here. But first, I think with our first development point, since we do have to develop a trade route between the two regions, I would like to kind of trade back and forth, so I'd like to make that a little bit less. So let's go ahead and use that for the trade logistics, I think, and I will get into the other one a little bit later. Doing great on fuel. We are looking a little bit bad with the food. Let's go ahead and put a gatherer over here for the berries so we can get another source of food in here. Let's work on getting these guys upgraded to level 2. I'm gonna do a chicken coop on one of them just so we have another source of food here. And then let's work on getting some water for these guys, and let's get a church. Put a well in somewhere, I think. Right over here on this corner would be alright. I'm gonna put another path in here as well. Alright, these guys seem to be doing alright for right now. I'm gonna leave them be. Let's come back over here and see how this is doing. We still got 8 months of food, 5 months of fuel. That's doing a little better now than I thought it would. We're doing okay on finances again as well. So I think my next goal here is just going to be to upgrade as many of these as I possibly can. This was already at level 3. They really need to stop increasing the taxes on me. Oh my goodness. Let's gotta put in an armorer's workshop now. And then one of these over here, I'm thinking about maybe a cobbler's workshop, because I don't think we have any shoes, do we? We don't. Okay. I think that would be a good idea then, to go ahead and put the cobbler's workshop in here. We're once again being held back by the tavern supply. I'm wondering what is going on with that. This one is growing barley, and this one. Okay, so we should be able to counteract that a little bit. This is wheat. This one's empty. Thinking we should put some more burgage plots in here as well so we can get some more families moving in. Let's see, where could we take somebody out? We have 55 timber. I really don't think that we need people producing timber as much anymore. Yeah, we really don't need 3 people in this logging camp over here. I don't understand why everybody is cold. We literally have 19 months worth of fuel, available for these people, so why are they cold? I don't understand what's going on. Maybe that's a glitch, because that just doesn't make any sense to me. They should all have access to the fuel stall supply. This one doesn't. I don't understand why. It's literally right there. Whatever, I guess. That's fine. Okay, so we should probably start upgrading stuff to level 2. We need a church and we need some clothing as well. So let's try to work on that a little bit. For our church, we're gonna need planks. So let's start this process all over again like we did with Velocity. I don't really want to mess with trading right now because it's a very, very delicate balance with my other settlement over here as far as the trading goes. Wanting to wait till I get a little bit more of a surplus in that to start thinking about trading with this. Why don't we get a saw pit in here over by this logging camp over here? We can put our extra family in there. Alright, so I'm thinking I want the church. Eventually when I'm able to place it, I would like it to go here in the central area maybe. I'm also thinking about moving this hitching post. Maybe that could go over here actually. And I'll place the church here on this corner. I think that would look really nice there. We're producing some planks like crazy now, so I think we have enough resources to place this church in here now, so let's go ahead and do that. We are getting very close to being able to upgrade everything. Now, I kind of want us to be self-reliant on these clothes. Why don't we go ahead and put a sheep farm in? Now, we do need livestock for that. I believe that needs to be traded for, so we could end up doing that trading post. We could put this on that main road right there. We're still struggling on fuel a little bit for some reason. I'm not sure what's going on over here that would cause that to happen. Food's still looking good. We have a few extra unassigned families now, so I'm thinking maybe I could put some of those in the woodcutter's lodge here. Not sure why we're having such a big issue with the fuel, considering we have 2 full charcoal kilns and 2 woodcutters' lodges, and one of them is full. I think possibly it's because every single person that's working in here has a market stall. Honestly, it's really interesting to me. I'm not sure what to do about that except build more woodcutters lodges and charcoal kilns and stock them with more people. If you have any suggestions on what to do about this situation, please let me know in the comments. See, our storage is full with the woodcutters lodge here. Both of them are full, I think, so I'm not sure what the problem is here. Is it a logistics issue of like getting it to the marketplace? Possibly, I'm not sure. Seem to be doing okay with supplies here, except for the tavern supplies. Thinking with as much money as we're making now, we could establish a trade route for barley here. We could import that. Let's say import 30. That might be a bit much, but that's okay because we're gonna produce everything else. So still working on this church a little bit. I'm curious about their stone supplies. Don't have any stone. I'm not sure if I used that to build the church and it's just waiting to be used. Let's take a look at our storehouse here. That's possible. I'm not sure. We could collect some of the stone over here. Why don't we go ahead and put one of those in actually? Put a stone cutter camp all the way over here. Thinking we could possibly establish a trade route for planks. We could export some of them. I don't think we need that many. We could probably keep about 40 of them on hand. I think that sounds like a good amount. Let's get somebody in here with our stonecutter camp. Almost ready to upgrade everybody to level 2. I do want to start producing some clothes. Got our little livestock trading post here. Thinking we need a couple more burgage plots first. We seem to be doing pretty well over here. The only thing I'm noticing that might turn out to be an issue is we're cutting down a lot of trees over here. There's not a whole lot of trees left by our logging camp, so I'm gonna put a forester's hut over here real quick. Hoping soon we can get some more people moving in and get somebody in our livestock trading post now. Let's go ahead and start with our sheep farm. That's pretty cool. I didn't notice this before. We've got a little shrine over here. Anyways, back to the sheep farm. Let's put a little pasture in right beside that. That's some space. It's not a lot, but I don't think we need a whole lot of sheep to sustain us over here. We could put somebody in there. And let's go ahead and order some sheep. Got a little bit of money now, so that shouldn't be too much of an issue. Let's import some sheep. Say we import... That's a lot. Let's do 10. And then we can do a weaver's workshop to start turning that into some supplies. Real quick, let me check on my other settlement over here. It looks like we finally stabilized a little bit. Got 5 months of fuel, 9 months of food. That's looking pretty good. So I'm going to turn my attention completely over here. I think next time we're going to work on expanding this a little bit more. I'd like to build a manor over here, start building up my retinue and both of these so we can get closer to fighting the Baron and claiming some new territory. I wasn't feeling super optimistic about it at first with the way things were going earlier, but we seem to be making some pretty good progress now with our new settlement, and we've kind of stabilized our other one a little bit. I know we were having a lot of problems over there with the supply chain that seems to have evened out now. If you have any other suggestions or anything you want me to implement in the game, don't hesitate to let me know in the comments. If you want to connect with me, I have actually just opened a new Discord server. I will put the link for that in my description. It's also in my channel description as well. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.